Hey guys.
Good morning.
What's up?
Here we are. Back for some scoop.
Yeah, I hope we got a lot of scoop happening today.
A lot of scoop.
You brought Jason Monroe.
Yeah.
This is a big deal.
I know.
This is not an April Fool's joke.
I was when I
The
first saw
actual
it.
city manager
Right.
is here on Around 10.
When I saw it, I was like, maybe this might be April Fool's. I don't know.
It's me. I'm the city manager. April Fool's.
April Fools.
Well, Jason, thanks for joining us. Blair's an old vet here on Around 10, but we're happy
They're
to have
sick
you
of me.
here.
That's why Kathy was like,
Absolutely.
no city scoop this morning.
Well, gotta have some serious people on here every once in a while.
Every
You
now
know,
and then
we do.
We get real.
So what's going on? What do you guys have? What's the scoop?
The scoop. We have so much scoop. There's a lot going on
Yeah.
in the city. So I have a couple of exciting things that are hot off the press, ready for the Around 10 public to
Okay.
hear first.
Ooh,
Okay.
Exclusives.
Exclusive.
Okay. I like
All right. First one, everyone mark your calendars for Tuesday, April 14th.
Okay.
From 4 to 7 p.m. The first in-person open house public input meeting for our Riverfront Development Strategic Plan.
Okay.
That's actually pretty exciting.
Yeah,
It's very exciting.
Our partners at Sasaki, who is the design firm that the city is working with to develop this comprehensive Riverfront Strategic Plan.
Yeah.
And I mean, that agreement was approved by the city commission the end of January. They've
Okay.
hit the ground running.
Wow.
They have a June 31st,
July 31st.
July 31st deadline. And I mean, we are rolling.
Yeah.
So this is going to be very exciting because hopefully by now everyone has participated in the surveys that we put online.
Okay.
That closed yesterday.
Okay.
And they are actually going through, we saw some like preliminary plans last week, the staff team that's working with them, incorporating pretty much every single bit of feedback that is coming in from the community is what is informing those plans. So it's
I know Kathy put
very-
in lots of
I did put in some stuff.
well, I think you need to come on the 14th because the plan is they're going to have several different versions of development options, what the community wants to see. It is going to be set up open house style, and there's going to be stations. So literally come anytime. We have a 3-hour window. It's going to be at the Foundry on Broadway.
Okay.
So very accessible in and out.
Okay.
Come in, hop around to each station. There will be a City of Frankfort staff member and a Sasaki team member there to walk you through what's there, let you ask questions, let you give feedback, weigh in, help us all kind of narrow down a lot of this broad
Maybe
feedback.
we ought to go in there for like early, get an exclusive beforehand.
Maybe.
A little Around 10.
See what I can do.
Could you? Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll have to
We
skip
talked
the-
to the-
See
think our
what I
board
can
meeting's
do.
that night.
Oh, is there a board meeting? No, it's later. It's the 21st this
Is
year.
it? Okay.
It's
Good.
late this month.
Okay, good.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
we'll
let's do it.
We'll circle back.
Okay.
But yeah,
do it.
so there you
That's
go.
exciting.
That's hot
Okay.
off the presses. April 14th, 4 to 7,
At the
Foundry
Foundry.
on Broadway.
Can I
Okay.
just I got to put it out there
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the universe.
Uh-huh.
Downtown Dog Park.
Oh, okay. That's her
I
new
don't
thing.
hate it. I don't hate
we
it.
need a downtown dog park.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Okay.
Archie and Bruce, I think, could really
They need it.
tear that up.
It would improve South Frankfort and
I agree.
downtown
I agree.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
immensely.
Okay, can get behind that.
Okay.
Other thing. This is like a pre-scoop
Yes.
scoop.
Yeah.
The first quarter newsletter for 2026 is
Okay.
dropping on Friday.
Ooh.
This is a preview.
Oh,
This is the newsletter itself right here in person.
okay.
And if you go to the city's website today and sign up for the Notify Me and click on City Newsletter,
Yeah.
you'll get this right to your inbox on Friday.
Wow.
It's going to have some good policy updates. The Board of Commissioners has been very busy this spring.
Yeah.
We have gotten moving on a lot of projects.
Well,
so it's
I'm
going to
guessing
have that.
you do a good job of sort of distilling down because there's just a lot.
There's
they
a
do so
lot.
much. They meet
There's
every
a lot.
month, a couple
Yeah.
times. There's just a lot of stuff to
Yep.
cover.
Yes.
So this will be a
Just get
good,
it distilled
comprehensive
into-
way to look. And
Yeah.
then the most exciting part, perhaps,
Yeah.
you get the exclusive Liberty Holler America 250
Mm-hmm.
poster with playlist, concert playlist, curated by our fantastic staff at Liberty Hall.
Okay.
Okay.
So we hope everyone's already marked their calendars for July the 3rd
Absolutely.
for our big Liberty Holler America 250 Music Festival. And we want you to be prepared to greet all of our fabulous artists that are coming to town. So get this newsletter,
Okay.
get a curated playlist.
Yeah.
It's going to be so exciting.
Okay.
So there you go.
Nice.
Okay, I have a question about
I'm
that.
ready.
Or maybe a suggestion.
Oh, okay. I'm also ready. Let me know.
Okay, on Liberty Holler.
Yeah.
You've got some that are performing at the Ward Oaks
Yes.
Amphitheater,
Yes.
and then some that are performing
On the big city stage.
and that's going to be where the farmers market has
yes.
been.
Yes, correct.
Is there any way, and I know, say, because it is a holiday and warm, a lot of people may be on the river.
Yes.
So will they be able to hear?
So what we are
From the river.
hoping to be able to do, we have sound that's going to be set up all along Riverview Park. So really we're going to be utilizing the gardens at Liberty Hall down through Ward Oats, Riverview Park, and then up that pavilion down into the farmers market.
Yeah.
We're going to have speakers that hopefully are going to be facing back behind to the river
Okay.
and down into the gardens.
Okay.
So that's the goal. That's the hope.
That would be awesome.
We're trying to make it a really good, like, comprehensive community event. Canoe Kentucky, we've spoken to them. They're going to be doing river tours.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just, really pulling in the entire Frankfort experience
Yes.
for that event. So
Good call. See?
Call.
She already
Yeah.
had it down.
She was on it.
we're
She
ready.
did.
Okay.
We're ready. But
Okay.
yes, we're excited. So what you should do in preparation
Yeah.
is go put your email in today so you can get the newsletters on Friday. You
Okay.
can have this QR code. You can start listening to playlists.
Okay.
And you're going to be
I'm
so
feeling
prepared.
scoopy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, even more scoop.
Yeah.
Today kicks off, not only is it April Fool's Day,
Right.
it kicks off our second civic engagement unit
Okay.
for our Frankfort Rocks Civics year.
Okay.
We just wrapped up Call City Hall. Great
Yep.
success. We did a whole deep dive into all of our departments and our staff and our people and
Yep.
how you can get into the building and, how we can better serve you. And so if you go to our project page, publicinput.com/Frankfort Rocks, you'll be
Okay.
able to find all of those resources there. They're going to live in infamy, so you can continue to call City Hall.
Cool.
Now, April and May, we're moving into what we're calling a capital city. And so we're going to be breaking down the differences between, we have, 3 significant forms of government right here in our hometown. State capital, county government, city government.
Yep.
There's a lot of overlap,
Yeah.
but then a lot of, this entity maintains this service, this entity maintains that service. So we're going to be breaking down who does what, try to make it a little bit easier to figure out who you go to.
Yeah.
And then also really breaking down what our city form of government means and how it functions. And so, of course, our city manager is a pretty integral part of
Bum,
that.
bum,
Yeah.
bum.
Bum,
Nice.
bum, bum.
Full circle.
Yeah, full circle right to me.
Right to Jason.
Well done.
Yeah. Well, how exciting is that?
It's very exciting, very exciting. The civic pride stuff is great. I've been involved in government for a long time. I've been involved in Frankfort's government for over 22 years now.
Yeah.
In some form, I've served the citizens of Frankfort. So it's just an honor for one to be in this seat as city manager, to be here talking to you all, and to be a part of the civic pride stuff. for
Excellent.
Frankfort.
And look, he's mostly excited because he has his own cartoon character.
Oh,
I am
awesome.
impressed with my
Oh.
cartoon character. I think it worked out great. It was pre-beard. This is just the winter beard. I'm ready to take this back off. But,
He's signing autographs of
Okay.
these.
Yeah,
that's
So
I'll
if you
sign-
would like to
yeah.
come visit the
Very
city
cool.
manager in person,
Do you
he'll
have them printed out
sign
already,
you.
or do you have to bring
It's like
your
a
own?
working on that.
headshot.
Yeah, we have
So-
them printed out at City
Okay.
Hall. It's a way we can raise money for different funds. So it's a small fee. You can get a signed copy of it.
Okay.
We're,
I like it.
we're exploring all avenues of
Yeah.
revenue.
Well,
All
Right.
revenue. I'm
Yeah.
trying to increase all revenue
Yeah.
options here.
Kathy
We're
has
really
hers in her
innovative.
bag when she
Yeah, we
walks
do
out.
that
you
here
know.
too.
Yeah, see?
She's out at lunch,
great.
and people just are like, "Oh my God, you're Kathy."
So,
It's-
Jason, you've never been on a round 10 before.
I have not. Completely out of my comfort zone, so it was almost like an April Fool's joke for me when I was told I
He
was
was
coming
hoping
here.
it was an
Yeah.
April Fool's
Well,
joke.
we have a lot of viewers, so why don't you tell them a little bit about yourself and just kind of introduce yourself as the city manager and things you're looking forward to this year.
Okay, well, Jason Monroe, city manager of Frankfort. I actually started working for the city of Frankfort as a firefighter paramedic 2004, January of 2004. 20 years, worked my way up to the ranks. I finished out in the fire department as fire chief.
Cool.
At that time, during my fire chief, I was asked to be interim city manager. Kind of took the gamble to apply for the city manager position. Staff was, I saw a need. I always have the public safety guy in me wants to serve, and I saw a need for that service. And it was blessed to be picked Of course, appointed by the commissioners and was blessed for that. And it's been a whirlwind ever since. It's I know public safety like the back of my hand. That was my comfort zone.
Sure.
But learning all the different departments and starting to get into the groove of city government, and it's been a real, I guess, blur of a ride, but it's been fun. It's been very learning every day.
Yeah.
Some things I'm excited about. We have the conference center in the works downtown. We have all these public events that we have going on. Sasaki has been a great team to work with this riverfront development. These are all great things that should be happening this year. That we have the new fire station being built downtown. We are constantly doing stuff for the city. So
it's cool. We have the mayor here every month to talk about all the things that they're doing.
Yeah.
But it's like, these are the people who actually do. I mean, not that he doesn't do it. No, I mean, he does, but it's like, they're in it. It's interesting to hear it from their perspective of like the things that have to get done.
Absolutely.
To make it happen.
Well, you must be doing something right because you have outpaced the average years of service of recent city managers. So, which has been about 2 years.
It's been about a year and a half, 2 years. It's been the average for a minute.
So.
Don't jinx it.
I'm not jinxing it. No, I'm saying we're with it. Let's keep it rolling.
I always joke around with staff. Today could be my day. I never know. I'm in new territory as a city manager with this length of time.
I do the same thing.
I think the commission took a gamble on me in this position because it wasn't my strong suit as far as it wasn't my wheelhouse. I was a public safety guy, but more of the leadership crosses boundaries. And so far, I think we've all worked well together.
Nice.
Okay. Well, people are going to have the opportunity to ask you questions about stuff.
They are. They are. Okay. I have feelings about this, but I'm not going to voice them.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think anybody in leadership should be doing this. Any elected officials should be doing this. You need to make yourself available to the people who have questions, and you need to show them, we're here to work for you, and we've got nothing to hide.
Right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think we've had a city manager form of government for a long time. But I think our community still has a lot of questions about how that functions, and rightly so, because a lot of times, Jason's job is really, you think the city manager really being front and center, and he is, but it is so much more of a behind the scenes kind of job. So really, if you don't see the city manager a lot, that probably means things are going well.
He's busy.
Because he's busy and he's interacting and, making sure that all the pieces and parts are falling in together. So a big part of our civic engagement programming this month, in the month of April, is breaking down, what is the city manager form of government and how does that function here in Frankfort and how does that serve the people here in Frankfort. So what we're going to do, and this opens today, so this is kind of a scoop too, because we're opening it up today.
You brought it.
I brought it today. We have a project available. So on our Frankfort Rock Civic Engagement Hub, if you go to the tab A Capital City, you will find a project there that's called Ask the City Manager.
Okay.
So for the next 2 weeks, you will have the opportunity to go to that project page and submit questions for the city manager. Questions about, what do you do every day? What do you think is a success of the city manager form of government? What is a challenge of the form? How does the city manager and the mayor work together? Who is responsible for what? Like all those sorts of things. You can ask Jason. He's a over 20-year career public servant here in the city of Frankfort. We can ask about his background, there. So whatever it is that the public wants to know. And then we're going to leave that up for about 2 weeks. Okay. And then Jason is actually going to come on the City of Frankfort podcast and answer all these questions. Nice. And so then that podcast episode will be released Thursday, April the 30th. And so the community will get to actually hear from Jason himself.
It's like a bookend media. It's like a media blitz.
Media blitz for me, yes.
Yeah. So very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to all the questions. I think they're going to be... I'll be interested to see what kind of questions are asked of me. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be nice.
Yeah.
Except, why don't we have a dog barking?
I know where that was coming from now, Kathy. I know where that was coming from. Yeah,
you got to fix something else.
I'll see that question, and I'll be like, I know where that one came from.
Maybe you'll get a personal shout out on the pod.
Hey.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kathy.
Okay, Kathy, the dog park in South Frankfort, I get it.
So, Jason, how would you describe the city manager form of government, having lived it? And do you have a different opinion, or not opinion, but perspective today than you did 2 years ago with how it works?
Yeah, I think I do have a different perspective from 2 years ago. I think the city manager form of government, you don't see me out in front of everyone a lot. That's where the elected officials, that's their job to be out there in my mind. And that's what they run on campaigns for. I did not run a campaign. I'm an appointed official of the city. So I'm appointed by those elected officials. So in my mind, I am to serve the staff, but also serve the elected officials. I'm that go-between and run those day-to-day operations. So originally I thought, maybe the city manager is supposed to be out there talking, getting all these. I think that's the elected official's job, and I think that's kind of worked well at this point. I know everyone wants to get me out there more, and I know even the elected officials have said, hey, get out there a little bit more. And I'm working on it. It's way out of my comfort zone, and I'm more of the behind the scenes, grind it out, get all the things done. So it has changed a little bit in the past couple of years on seeing it and how it operates.
What about you, Blair? You've seen different ones, right?
Yeah.
Does everybody kind of bring a different, approach to it?
Yeah, I mean, I've worked under several different city managers. Everyone has different leadership styles, different priorities. I even think different ways that they approach how that city manager form of government works. I think there is a lot to be said for someone who comes into this position having worked their way up in public service. And that I think there's so much that you can learn, you can have an education in, you can have a certificate in, that just doesn't always translate into day-to-day application. And I think I think the city has had a lot of success when we've had someone in this position who really knows what that day-to-day is like and knows how those relationships should be functioning and already has an understanding of how policy works in the city and a history of, well, we've tried something like this before and it didn't work out. So, let's come to the table with a different idea, or here's a pitfall that we had before. So here's how we can work around that. And just from my personal perspective, I think that has worked very well for the last 3 years. And if you look, I mean, what I was talking about before with the policy, the Board of Commission, we're taking action on a lot of stuff right now. Like, we are able to be really moving forward on a lot of things. So
That's awesome.
That's a good place to be.
I think this Ask the City Manager project is great. And then talking about getting out there more, I couldn't agree more. And I know you're really busy, but I think as like the manager of this city, just kind of getting out. I mean, because Blair's out all the time, so she sees and hears a lot of feedback. I think it's important for someone in your position to hear that feedback too, so that you know what she's working with, you know what all of your people are working with. And it, may improve relationships and how you get things done. I just think it's great.
Yeah, doing more listening than talking, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Just being out there. Yeah.
Okay, anything exciting else that you want to share about your day-to-day or projects that you're excited having seen get to the finish line or that are in progress that you want to talk about?
I think seeing some of the projects that have closed out. When I first came on, we were still working with the new farmers market. We got that closed out, so that's getting ready to open.
It looks great too.
That's getting ready to open.
Good.
So working with that.
Yeah.
The conference center has been a big one. I've been working on this since day one, getting this through. We're hoping for more state funding today. That's what we're hoping for to help that project kicked off. So those kind of things, and just seeing the different policies and the different the balancing of the budget, all these things are just those non-exciting things that have been a success for me, that I've been really hanging my hat on, that we've made all these things happen, changing certain policies and making staff more efficient. And I think that, and the current vibe of our commission is very good, and the staff and the commission are working well together, and I think that's also a success of why we're getting so many things done. If you watch our voting meetings, there's a lot of policy and a lot of things changing,
right,
and for the good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So let me ask you, this is total off question.
I love these questions.
Okay.
Here we go.
Does it make any difference, when you're trying to get stuff done during an election year?
It can.
Yeah.
It can. But I will say that the current commission they are looking at what is best for the city.
Yeah.
And I don't think they've shied away from making any decisions.
Yeah.
I think you can, but also it is my job as the city manager to know what to bring in front of them and what not to on certain times.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that
We
goes
deal with that as well.
So you don't want to put them in a bad spot, right?
You don't want to put them in a bad spot.
Yeah.
And
Right. But sometimes they're tough decisions that need to be made.
Yes.
For sure.
And like I said, this commission has not shied away from it. This is an election year for the commissioners, not the mayor.
Right.
But they have not shied away from tough decisions, and I respect that of them.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's also my job to know which ones to bring and what to do, and to kind of get that vibe before going into it.
Right.
And that's an important part of your job as well.
It's a huge part of the job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's been really good hanging out with you, Jason. I hope you come.
Yeah, come back.
Don't be a
Okay,
stranger.
fine.
I'll come back. This is
we're
not as bad as I
No,
expected.
yeah,
you guys are way nicer than I expected.
What have you said, Blair? What did you tell them?
No, I can't tell you. It's got to stay at the office.
Is there anything else you want to make sure to touch on?
No, just make sure, go and start submitting your questions for Jason. Visit that resource page. Download a bingo card if you haven't already for our civic engagement project. Okay. We're rolling out new stuff all the time. Next month when I'm back in May, we're going to talk about some more like in-person events and engagement opportunities that are coming up. So we've seen a lot of success, and I think it's great. I think it's great that the community is participating and interacting. And
give them the place to go.
Yeah. Yep.
April 14th for
April 14th, Sasaki. Don't forget.
house.
So now that we have announced this here 1st, you're going to be seeing this pop up, city social media, newspaper, all the places. Awesome. So that, like I said, that development survey just closed yesterday. And so that team, our Sasaki team, is hard at work putting all that feedback together, ready for the 14th.
Okay.
So we're excited.
Podcast is still rolling.
Podcast is still
Subscribe to that.
rolling. Make sure you're tuned in. Actually, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
So as part of this, a capital city unit that we're breaking down in next week, in 2 weeks, we're going to be interviewing our state representative, Erica Hancock, on the podcast and talk a little bit more about how that relationship works between state government and representing our local community.
Sure. Yeah.
We're going to be talking, Dr. Ellie's going to be interviewing a Frankfort resident about the experience of riding the Governor's Derby train later this month in, celebration of Derby coming up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We've got an interview with Alex Cunningham, who is our Deputy Parks Director, but also our city arborist, talking all about our trees. So good lineup this month.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following along.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Any April Fool's Day takes or horseshoe opinions for our question of the day? Anybody?
I don't really understand this question.
Okay. Do you like
as a true Kentuckian, don't you hang horseshoes? Like, they're good luck. You're supposed to hang them up over your doorway.
Yeah.
But it's
I have one.
there's are they supposed to point up or down?
Yeah, because the luck has to stay in it.
Okay, see,
I didn't know
that's
any
where
of
my
this.
mind went to.
know that.
I didn't know. I'm not a
That's immediately where my mind went
Okay.
to.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Because I didn't have that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have a horseshoe
Right,
hanging
it's a
over a
thing.
door.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? Learning new things.
How did you not know that? You knew that. Shut up.
I really didn't. No.
Are you April Foolsing us?
No, I'm really not. All right. Well,
He's
Jason,
April Fool.
thanks again for being here. And
Absolutely.
for all your work. And, don't be a stranger. I'll have
right.
you back anytime. All right. Let's check in on the weather. We'll see how it looks tonight and coming days. We'll see what ABC 36 Storm P meteorologist Ashley Cade has to say.